What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Game Over Greggy Show. I am one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the producer/seducer, Nick Scarpino.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Seducing me already. You got one hair out of place. I want to push it in for you.
Don't pull it, though, because I don't have a lot of it left.
You don't have a lot to lose, I hear.
No, I'm not like this guy over here.
You mean the pure one, Tim Gettys?
You got a lot of hair.
And then, of course, the Pride of Long Island, Colin Moriarty.
Both of you guys have
you got a lot of hair, too.
Yeah, I do. Got the Italian hair.
You should grow it out again. Remember when you used to do that?
Yeah, I do remember.
Oh, you have gray hair when you grow out.
Yeah, I have a beautiful afro, but I don't think Cheryl would like that very much.
Whatever. You're not married to her yet.
That's true.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Game Over Greggy Show. Every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather around this table, each bringing a random topic of conversation for your amusement. If you like that, you can get the MP3 uncut, unedited, sometimes it's edited, over at GameOverGreggy.bandcamp.com for $1 each and every Friday. If we're not worth that dollar, you can go over to youtube.com/GameOverGreggy Monday through Thursday. Every topic's broken out one by one for you until the whole show posts on Friday. Of course, buy t-shirts. This is the new Team Fat shirt. You can get it over at districtlines.com/GameOverGreggy.
That's a sexy shirt.
It's a great
You
shirt.
like that? It's a really good one.
That's the best one we have.
I agree. You're going to buy it. This is going to be the first shirt you buy.
Yep, I haven't bought any of the
kicking
shirts.
back to this business.
Yeah.
Don't even buy the one with your name on it.
It doesn't make any sense. Like I own a piece of this.
Yeah.
And then we pay the shirt company.
Yeah.
Then they give us the money back. It seems like I should just get the shirt for free.
I agree with that. That'd be nice. Yeah, we just have a bad negotiator.
We do.
He's just not good at what he does over here.
Who are you looking at? The wall?
I'm looking at the producer/seducer. He was doing the funny
Not
thing.
slash negotiator.
No, not slash
It's
negotiator.
producer/seducer, not producer/contact negotiator.
Lawyer.
Liar.
Next thing we need to cover, of course, this is Portillo. Everybody knows him. Everybody look at this bow tie Christine bought Portillo.
Some of your water.
He is... Okay, go
Can I
ahead.
take some?
He is adorable. He now has a bow tie. You can catch him sporting in his new Bark Box unboxing. Colin, grab the toy out of my crotch and hide it from him because he's stupid. Nope.
Put it by the goats.
Good job. Good
Put it
job.
by the goat.
Yep. Okay, good.
Wait.
Oh, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. This is how we'll get him to stop squeaking. Now, he will be sad the entire show, but fuck him, he's a
You'll
dog.
see it, but he won't be able to get it.
No, he's stupid.
You dumb bitch.
We have a lot of housekeeping. There's a lot of housekeeping.
I'm happy to be back.
First, that was the first piece of housekeeping. You're
Welcome
back.
back, Tim.
You were gone last
I was
episode.
gone.
We had to get that Jeff Gersman fella to fill in for you. He was good. Thanks,
Sad I
Jeff.
missed that.
Yeah, Jeff was great.
Yeah. Where were you?
I was at RTX.
Right. We were there
at the
too.
Rooster Teats.
But you were like pre-RTX,
Austin.
right? You went there just to like scope stuff out for us.
Yeah, I was scoping it out for you guys, see how we could infiltrate.
Yeah.
We did
Learn
it
a thing
too.
or two. Yeah.
We infiltrated great. We went to
good.
RTX. 4th of July weekend. Pour me some of that Slim. Fantastic show. Thank you to everyone for coming out to support us at RTX. I was coming home. The first thing I talked about to Colin about it because he was the one gentleman who had to miss it. I was blown away that at the Game Over Greggy panel, everyone talked to us about Game Over Greggy things. It wasn't about IGN. It wasn't really about video games. It wasn't about the Gauntlet that much. There was some of it, obviously, but the majority of it was just like everything we do on the show, which was awesome to see how much crossover. Only 7 people in that room didn't know. We were didn't watch the Game Over Greggy show.
Yeah,
that
they
blew my
randomly
mind.
stumbled in and were like, "Who are these people?"
fat guy? Awesome.
I thought I was going to see Colin Moriarty here.
You ever think your head's a cheeseburger, man? No. Then his eyes rolled out of his head.
Greg, enjoy the Henry McKenna single barrel bottled in
We're killing
bond from our friend Eric Castro, Play Provisions in San Diego.
Right.
This is hand selected for us, barreled 3421. Good stuff. We have 8 more bottles of that. And
smells
by the
tasty.
way, so you guys can take them if you want. 2 of the bottles are each. You guys
I'll take one home with me tonight, but I'll keep one here because I feel like
I'll
you
just
guys are going
drink
to
it.
go through it. It's
Yeah,
okay.
we're destroying these things.
Yeah, we're going through this one. Greg and I drink a lot,
I know this
and you
about
would too. What?
I know this about you.
You should be.
You drink a lot.
I do drink quite a bit.
I see this. Yeah.
Before we get too far off the topic,
That's all right though.
RTX. We recorded our entire podcast. If you missed it, it went up on Sunday. Link is in the description, so go click on it.
It was featuring our good friend, Barbara Dunkelman.
Barbara was awesome, by the way.
Barbara was amazing. The link is in the description. Thank you. We're trying to get better at putting the links in because
I'm not used to having to actually do anything.
we're slowly adding on tasks for you to do with this show. Now, that was the past. Barbara was fantastic.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Barbara Dunkelman, for doing that, being there. Of course, she's no stranger to the GameOverGreggy.com. She's over there on. She did a Gregway with us, our most successful Gregway of all
She taught
time.
us a couple things.
She what now?
She taught us a couple things.
Oh, how to draw dicks. Yeah, links in the description. You don't need to time code them either. Just tell me what segment they're in, because I'm not annotating, because nobody clicks on annotations. I'm just putting the links in the description.
So is this dick thing a different thing?
Yeah, there's Barbara was in the panel from RTX.
Dick.
And then she drew dicks with me for Game Over Greggy.
Dick's video.
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah, I remember that. Dick's
Yeah, yeah.
video. Parentheses. Intro.
Good job. Good job. There you
Damn.
go. Look at you're nailing it. You're doing it. Look at you.
God, I'm good. I went to college.
So that was the past. Now it's time to talk a little bit about the future, ladies and gentlemen. If you are listening to this on the Friday of its release, or the Monday of its release, or any time really, I guess, my appearance on Geek and Sundry is about to go live. I was lucky enough to go over there and play Magic with them. I played Magic the Gathering for a show called Slingers. It was fantastic. It's a great time. Thursday, July 17th. I didn't throw cards like that.
That's what it looks
though.
like
They
when you
just slinging
sling a spell,
spells,
man.
Like
That's
Spider-Man.
the Harry Potter
But not
sort
instead
of
of
jumper.
webs.
You know.
Yeah. Just like that. Anyways, July
Just like Michael
17th,
Jackson there.
I pop up there on Geek and Sundry, the new season of Spell Slingers. It looks like this. Then we're going to put down this guy. I hope you're ready for some clerical work, because here comes my human cleric. I'm excited to play him. It seems like he's going to go out and do what I need him to do, which is beat the snot out of Sean and heal me, because clearly I'm going to need it. I like the cleric. He's got a cool outfit going on. When he looks so happy, right? He's got his arms outstretched with just this chain. He handcuffed himself in chains.
No, it's for long distance hugging.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Just like my uncle used to do. I'm done with my turn.
Beautiful.
Wow, that looks like a fun time.
That looks awesome.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm
I'm
pretty
jealous
funny on
that
this
you
show.
were a part of that and I was not.
You should have learned how to play Magic, because I didn't know how to play.
What did you do?
I went there and I played Magic.
The
Gathering. With the new cards from...
Have you heard about this?
I've heard about the game.
Magic
It's a small
15.
game from the 90s.
I used to play in those.
Well, here's the thing. Before we get any further, they have brand new cards for the new round of Magic. You know, they release new cards, Tim.
Yes.
You might be aware of Magic
Yes.
cards are a big deal.
I am
We're
familiar.
giving those away, everybody.
A booster pack?
Yes, if you want your chance
Really?
to win signed booster packs.
That's exciting.
How do
you
I
just
win
need,
that?
you need to comment below
Yeah.
on this video.
Okay.
What should they comment, Nick?
If you could sling one thing.
Yeah.
What would you
What would
sling?
you sling? We'll pick someone at
Crack.
random.
We'll pick I'll pick a few of you at random. I'll respond in the comments. You'll need
Sounds
to check
good.
back to see if I've responded to your comment. I'll do
Yeah.
it all on the first day. That is Monday that this video goes live. If you're listening to the MP3, you have the inside edge now to go back there. Do it.
Just comment away.
Also, and this is another big thing too, since you're a GameOverGreggy show fan, you're a fan of all of us. On July 17th, you need to go to Geek and Sundry, watch the show, thumbs up it, and say something cool about me, so they understand I'm a big deal
Yeah.
or a deal.
You're a big deal.
Do the
I
whole
think- I think they brought
at
me
Game
in, they
Over
were like-
Greggy you sent me and stuff like that.
There you go.
'Cause- and
Sure,
it
that's
thumbs
what-
that up a lot.
We'll say at GameOverGreggy sent me. That's a good one.
Keep it simple.
All right.
Yeah, keep it
Talk
simple.
about goats.
Go over there and say GameOverGreggy sent me. That's all you gotta do. You can make a
And then go like this.
You
No,
can
that's
make
not
a,
what a goat
you can make a
that's
sly
not the
comment to
goat
goats
sound.
if you want. I wouldn't
What's
suggest
a goat sound like?
Well,
'Cause they eat
sheep's
stuff.
ba.
What's a goat?
Goats yell. There's that goat screaming. That's a chicken.
That's what they sound like.
That's not it.
Remember that first time you and I bonded and we watched that cool Taylor Swift video and then there was a goat in the middle of it?
That was not one.
That
we
was
first
the
bonded.
time you guys bonded.
Guys, it's a show. You got to go with it.
But
Okay?
like,
We're making
I
a
listened
show
to
for
improv.
people. That's improv. You want to start again?
Sure.
Remember that time you and I were shirtless and we were like pantsless and we were watching that Taylor Swift video?
Yeah. Those were the days.
Those were awesome.
That was a good improv. That's real good stuff,
Man.
guys.
We continued the story
Fucking Colin
the way it's supposed to go.
Mockery. Not Moriarty. Ryan
Colin
Stiles.
Colin Mockery.
Yeah.
Nick,
Yeah.
why don't you start this week's with
All
a
right.
topic?
Do we want to talk about our awesome
Yes. So as,
failure to plan
you've
properly?
noticed on this YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen, we have the best intentions, but
We're
we are
super organized.
We are very much learning as we go. So last week, man, we thought we were moving to the next generation of the GameOverGreggy
Oh,
show.
we're taking
We're
it to
like,
the level.
Nick
User
always-
engagement.
Nick always picks a listener topic. So now we'll have the listeners vote on which listener topic they want. It'll be dynamite. We totally neglected the fact that we put him last in the order, which means his topic posts on Thursday, and of course the GameOverGreggy show records on Wednesday.
So we have no idea what you guys are going to pick.
Yeah,
for next
there's
week.
no way to tell who voted on what. So we screwed it up.
We're going to wait a week on that. So
Right.
please go check out the video on Thursday. Make sure you watch both of the annotated videos and like the one that you want to be the topic for the next week. It's all self-explanatory, and one of them's 30 seconds, one of them's like 900 minutes. You'll see that one. Meanwhile, this week though, I'm going to go with another title that was submitted by Twitter. So if you remember, guys, if you have topics, please follow me at Nick_Scarpino on Twitter and tweet me your topics for the GOG show. Nickel, I can't even say this guy's name, but he says, "Hi, I have a topic for the show. If you really,
We want to know. We want to know who you are.
well, it's Nick.
Let me try.
It's
Let me
Nick.
take a
I'm
shot.
sorry. You know what? I read it wrong. It's Nicholas. It's actually Nicholas Berton.
you
but it's
can't
spelled,
read your own name.
It's spelled. It's spelled Nick.
Baritone? Beer tone?
Nick.
Bertone.
LAS, which I've never seen that before. Anyway,
Bert one.
What's his name, Nicholas?
I've never seen it before. It sounds powerful and mysterious. If you're the only person left alive on the planet, describe your first week.
Okay. I know the first thing I'm doing. Remember in the 90s there was the Nickelodeon, the shopping cart, you get to go to Toys R Us.
Right.
Shit, and you have 5 minutes. I would do that. I would time myself for 5 minutes. I'd do the exact plan I always had in my head. Go straight to the Legos, get the big Legos in, go straight to the video games after that.
Now, when you
wouldn't
say
have to time
big
yourself
Legos,
5
do you mean
minutes.
like the big block Legos or the big sets of Legos?
The big sets of Legos.
He's figured out where the toys.
Let him try to get
the $100
Smart you
packages.
are.
Yeah.
Get all those guys in there. Go straight over to the video games. Grab all the pieces of paper. Put it in. Do all that stuff. It'd be genius.
Why would you need the paper?
Because this is a dream I've had.
Oh, okay.
And you gotta
Oh, you gotta get the paper so that by the end it buzzes and then they give you all
by
the
5
games.
minutes, and then I'd go and do it the right way. Even though I'd then have to do a little bit of role playing because there's no one to help me trade.
Yeah, like how would
papers.
you get into the back room to get the video games or like unlock the little cabinet?
There's no one there.
Yeah, I know.
There's no monsters either, right? This is just it's over.
I think it reminds me of that Twilight episode with Burgess Meredith where he's the last man alive.
Finally, this time.
Finally,
That's
so
one of
much
the great
time to
episodes.
read.
This
It's
isn't
fan-
fair.
I like you said the Twilight episode. I know you meant Twilight Zone, but I instantly thought of Twilight.
Oh, that's a Freudian slip. I've been thinking a lot about Twilight lately.
Oh,
A
really?
lot about Twilight. So you go. Your first instinct would be run to Toys R Us.
Yes.
Raid Toys R Us.
Yes, in 5 minutes.
Play. Why?
You
Why
need
is
a
that?
timer.
You got all the time. You got a whole
Authenticity,
week.
dude. Authenticity.
All right.
Wait,
No, I have
I'm
a lot to do
confused.
with
You're
it.
the last person on Earth for 1 week?
No, you're the last person on Earth. What would your first week? What would you do in the first week?
Okay. So what am I doing in my first moments?
Yeah, like I mean, you've got 5
'Cause
days
he's
of
just-
realizing
now he's gonna get
that
more noisy.
you're never gonna have human contact again.
Yeah.
Tim's first instinct is to completely disregard that fact and go straight to a Toys R Us
Well,
to get some Legos.
that's not disregarding much.
Sure,
To build Legos for the next week.
that's pretty awesome. I mean, it's a good pastime. It's one of the best pastimes. It's
That
very
would be a good
American.
pastime in the apocalypse.
It's America's pastime.
I have a question.
Yeah.
A few questions. So we're the last human. Is there other threats?
Goats.
I mean, I'm assuming it's like
Animals,
After Earth, where
zombies.
there's like giant lions that would eventually.
Well, they're in the zoo.
Yeah, but they're gonna try to get out because they're hungry.
Yeah, they're gonna die.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know
you
if they
gonna
can
save
just
them?
try to get
No,
out.
hell no.
No, you're gonna let the
Yeah.
lions die.
Yeah.
We saw that in The Last of Us.
Yeah, but there was something going on there. In this scenario, I'm imagining everyone disappears, like Rapture, pretty much.
Yeah.
And like I have to imagine The Last of Us, for idiot infected people were going back there. The zookeepers got infected, and they were like, "Oh, I'm gonna save these animals and let them loose." That was stupid. I understand. How the hell do you get out of a zoo?
I don't know. You have
It's
to
not
ask
like
an
there's
animal
some.
in a zoo.
It's like there's some timed gate where like a human has to come by every day and turn a key or press a button for
The
it.
penguins just come out.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
pissed
exactly.
off.
Everything just gets out. That's not how it works.
That's a good point.
Okay.
So, I mean, my assumption is that there's no real imminent threat.
Yeah, I think you literally just wake up, like Greg said, and there's not another human being inside.
It's just life.
That's it.
I would just.
You were just the only person left.
I would love to just go into people's houses, just see what was
See what
going
they
on.
did?
Like if it was really like the Rapture and people just disappeared out of nowhere.
What would be the first thing you do in a person's house? Would you go through like their bed to table drawers or something? Or
I would love to just one of the most fascinating things to me about Chernobyl, which is the place in Russia where
yeah,
the
yeah.
nuclear
also a really good beef jerky.
Chernobyl.
flavor.
Really? No way. There
Is
is
it?
not a Chernobyl beef jerky
There are
flavor.
a lot of people when they make like the super hot beef jerky, they call it Chernobyl.
That actually
Seen
might
it?
be true. Actually,
It's awesome.
I was gonna say right. They'd be like 9/11 beef jerky.
Yeah.
Not Chernobyl was a long time
And
ago.
we don't care about Chernobyl.
Not that long ago
It's
though.
in like the 80s.
Yeah, what?
But anyway, one of the great things about Chernobyl is that they had to evacuate that place after the reactors melted down. And so like people left like out of nowhere, and people sneak in there all the time. And they do guided tours now, whatever, but like people's lives were just left in stasis in their apartments. So like there's set tables. Like people were going to sit down
That's
for dinner,
so
like, and they
trippy.
just bounced. And you go there 20, 30 years later,
Coloring
and that
books
stuff
and
is
shit.
still that stuff's still just there. Yeah. And like so if it was really like the Rapture, it'd be cool to just see like what people were doing or how things were.
Yeah.
As everything went to shit.
Here's my question for you then, even expanding on this more, Colin. Now we're into the Walking Dead territory. Would you start trying to figure out what happened? Would you be like going to CDC and you're like,
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely would, because what the hell else am I going to do?
Yeah.
If there's no one
Well,
to talk to,
you can't play with Legos.
if there's no threat and no one to talk to, it's like you got to figure out something. So, I would definitely travel the country.
See, I see Colin just going to these houses, seeing things all set, like placed and stuff, and you just sit there and just look at it, and then get visions of like what.
Do you think Colin would sit and role play in the
Yeah,
seats
exactly.
and
Just like,
How was your
There's a
day,
cup
dear?
there.
Can you pass me the peas?
Gets
No
up, walks to the-
mustard.
Gets up, walks to the other end of the table.
Yeah.
Yes, dear. Gets up, walks.
I mean, I have all the time in the world. What the hell else am I gonna
What
do?
else are you gonna do?
Real quick, was one of the characters in there Bane? Yes, dear.
Yes, dear.
Yes.
I expect you
Colin
to
would just turn into Bane. Let's be honest. He'd just start talking to himself like, "Do you want to go to Kmart?" Yeah, let's go to Kmart. With my
I gotta get up at the table though and say that. Yes, Bane, I'd like to go to Kmart with you. Okay.
Is he putting
fire
the mask
eyes.
on and off as he does this?
Yeah, he's got it.
No, I think he's just doing what everyone else does. You make your hands the mask. Oh, yes, I'd like to do that with you.
No one cared about me until I went to Kmart.
It's the red light special.
See, I would gather supplies, I think. And not Legos. I'd want to go load up on canned goods and whatnot. Because I'd always be afraid there were going to be more people. I would never be able to let my
okay.
guard down as my
Right.
thing.
Because
That makes sense.
Like, you're good. There's a lot of canned food in this world.
Yeah,
So
oh, I
that's a
know.
lot.
But
Don't
yeah,
get me
you're-
wrong.
you're
I'm just
right.
saying
If
I'm going to
If
gather.
you're not sure you're the only one, I can see that.
You'd never have to worry about transportation, right? Because you just. Well, I guess you would
Wouldn't
have
you
eventually.
always have to worry about transportation?
Well, no, because you just go find another car.
Yeah, if you were the only person left, you would never run out of anything.
For at least 2 to 3 years, and then the cars would probably their batteries would die, and then you'd be screwed.
Sure, but there's
batteries
new.
die.
There's gonna be new like, dude, like if you were literally the only sentient, self-aware thing in the world, like you would not need anything.
It's
Yeah,
true.
but
'cause
I'm really
gas doesn't really
stupid,
go
though.
bad. Does
Like
it?
I could, if I was the only person, I would be.
I think you'd be fine.
No, I'd
You'd
be
have
good.
unlimited canned goods.
Yeah,
canned goods
but-
don't go bad for a
But
really
like
long
trying
time.
to figure out how to open the canned goods and cook them without.
With a can opener.
What,
I
what the
guess
fuck are
there's
you
power.
talking about?
See, I don't know. In my head, eventually, whoever's running power is going
good
to stop
point.
running
Okay,
power.
okay,
I'm not going to
okay.
have to turn that
Yeah,
shit
well,
back
eventually
on.
the power plants will shut down because there'll be some sort of malfunction.
Yeah.
And they'll just
So
stop.
then I'm fucking screwed.
Then you could spend that time. It would take years for that to happen. You could spend time because a lot of them are hydroelectric and stuff. As long as you don't shut them down, these conceivably should go for decades. And
That's when the me and my stockpiling comes in handy.
well,
you
you
just
could
go
just like
find
get a
it and you're at
series
the
of
hydroelectric
generators, like a bunch of
Generators.
gas, like just all like you'd be fine. You have a own little compound. I think the biggest thing you'd have to overcome is loneliness.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What
You
are
might
we-
have to. You might have to think about offing yourself at some point because it's like, what's the point, really? You know. But you could have the Burgess Meredith, style, kind of thing of being like, there's time at last to do what I want. I can read. I can do it. I can.
I'd be bored.
The internet would probably actually. God, how would all that work? Without an EMP going off, the electricity would still work, but the internet, I guess, would eventually shut down. Slowly.
Eventually, yeah.
Servers and stuff go off.
Not worth
yeah.
it.
But if you were on
I'm out.
Twitter, but that's the thing. If you were on Twitter, you'd tweet and no one would get back to you, so you know you were the only person on the
Wouldn't
planet.
want
It
You
sounds like
post on Facebook, no one would get back to you. But like,
this sounds like a
everyone's
great
done.
short story or like a great plot. Like you do so, like you think you're the only person left. You're doing little social network things over years at a time, and then suddenly like person starts.
There's one. Yeah, someone likes a Facebook.
You're like,
comment.
what?
That was actually a plot in Red vs. Blue.
Was
Where,
it?
yeah, they start a social media thing and like they're in the future and no one does shit. And it pretty much just what you said. It was funny.
But then the question would be if they were in another country, and like the phones weren't working potentially. You can only communicate via the internet. I guess you could still just Skype them, but that would still work. But how would you get to them? Because how would you span an entire ocean?
You wouldn't.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, I
would
guess
say-
you could
over
read
there.
how to use a boat.
You could. I mean, you could do it. I mean, this is the thing. Like, you could do it. You can get like some sort of yacht with a big engine, take a bunch of gas with you, hope for the best.
see, that's my thing. Would you be able to be like, I know how to drive this yacht?
I think you would have the
But the thing
ability
is,
to figure it out.
You could pull it out, and if you banged into something and it sank, you just get out and go to the next yacht.
I guess you're right.
Like you have 40 yachts. There's like a 30 yachts sitting over
Yeah.
there in the marina near where I live. I would jack
You play it
those
too easy
baller
though.
one.
It's not like all the keys are right there. Those keys are in people's pockets that are
Yeah,
not on the
that's the
ground.
thing.
They've been raptured.
There's no way I'm jacking a yacht and driving this yacht. Driving? Is driving right?
yeah, I mean,
Pilot. You
pilot
pilot
a
a yacht.
boat.
You pilot
You
it.
pilot boats?
Yeah, you pilot boats.
I guess.
That's why they call them captains.
Interesting.
Captain.
There's no way I'm piloting this boat to my friend in whatever other country.
What if it were a sweet, and I'm talking like jacked up sweet Miami Vice, like cigarette boat? Is it a cigar boat? Cigarette.
I don't think the boat is the problem
like
here.
the go fast. They call them go fast boats because they go fast.
Is that what they call them? That?
Yeah, sick.
I wouldn't even worry about it if there's another person on the whatever. I'm not gonna save everything.
What if it's a hot chick and you're like, this is the only person I
I'm
have
Adam and you're Eve?
to like repopulate the earth?
I'd be like, why don't you get a boat? Huh?
You come
No,
to me.
that's what she.
Oh,
could
she
get
goes
a
This is
boat.
like a
both
weird
ways.
catfish situation.
What if she goes? She calls you and she's like, or she Skypes you and she's like, hey, we should meet. We should be together in person because we'll last longer if we're together. Like we won't go psycho and like we'll be able to like do stuff together, like touch each other's fun parts and stuff.
Yeah.
And She's like, all right, and then but you have to. She's in like Prague, and you have to figure out a common country to get to together.
This is the way you do it. She goes east through Russia.
Through Russia?
Yeah, all the way to, the eastern edge of Russia. You go west.
That's really far, though.
Towards the United States, up into Alaska. Then you can cross the Bering Strait, which is not that big of a deal. It's from the Aleutian Islands to Russia. It's like you can see them from each other.
Yeah.
So it's like
Russia
you
from
could just get into a boat.
So you're
the
using,
go-fast
you're using
boat.
science and a map.
Yeah, more
Google
geography.
Maps.
but-
See, I
Google
wouldn't even
Maps
think to
still
look
work?
at maps. I guess you could be literally like by
Google would
car.
probably still work.
You could be like Google it and see if you could get there by car.
Yeah.
That'd be
or even
hysterical.
walking. They have a little walk, the little dude.
Yeah. It would take you 78 years.
If you Skyped and she was in Prague and you were in, say, New Orleans, you could, if you both just left at that point and got into a car and figured it out, you'd see each other in a couple weeks.
Yeah, but how would you cross the ocean?
She would have to get a boat
Yeah.
in one of the ports in eastern Russia.
See, if I can get a video
I don't know
shot
that
of her, I think I'm good with
I don't
that.
know. Of course you are.
It's a little
Tim.
the cyber sex.
Of course
thing.
you are. But like, what's your hand doing? I don't know that I'd be ballsy enough to take a boat, to sail a boat or pilot a boat across the Atlantic
Sail.
Ocean.
That's-
I mean, it would be a last resort for me. I really wouldn't. If I'm to the point of thinking about offing myself, then I'd be like, what would I have to lose? You know what I mean? Have a
Right.
gun, one in the chamber. Right? I'd have a lot of guns.
Like a flare
actually.
gun.
I mean, at the
I would
same
have so
time-
many guns because it's
Yeah.
cool. And then whenever
you're
you
not
wanted to,
doing shit.
you could just shoot guns at something. No one's gonna care.
Well, yeah, but also for protection. They're still animals. We decided, right?
Yeah, but like wolves, maybe.
Yeah.
They're not
Those
gonna
things
come
are gonna
at
screw with you. Yeah, they are.
I mean, it's not like Game of Thrones.
Well, sure, but they're still gonna come for you.
Fair
The
enough.
other thing to worry
The
about
wolves
is like
will get you.
the stupid thing bringing you down, right? Like you get pneumonia. You get some.
Oh.
You get some. It's something innocuous, right? You
See-
break your leg. You're like, well, fuck.
All the more
Yeah,
reason to
yeah.
have someone else there that can help you out and take care of you.
That's why I
But
have
of
my
course,
gun.
I guess we totally even blew past this topic because there is not a second person left on the planet. It's just you, and you only have 1 week before you probably start going psycho.
I don't know. I just think you got to keep yourself entertained. Like,
Yeah.
I would love to go to a military base and just fuck around with all their shit.
Yeah,
Get into a tank. We'll talk about boats. Get into a battleship, an aircraft carrier. See if you can
and just start
pilot
hitting
that motherfucker.
buttons. That would be that would be the business right there.
Like, what do you really have to lose?
I would play. I'd probably get into a jet airplane and just be like and do Top Gun the whole movie. I'd
That
probably
would-
play out the whole movie.
You'd probably
So,
crash
again,
on the
one man
runway.
play.
That's
No,
something.
wait, you didn't even get in the air, did you?
No, I wouldn't get in the
you
air.
were
I would
just
just
turning
get
it
in
on.
and pilot, like,
So it's like when you go to the arcade when you were a little kid and you didn't have the 50
Yeah, you didn't have a
cents
quarter,
to put
you
in
just
the driving games. So
screwed
you just
around with it anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Cool.
I'd be like,
Go to
nah.
Cape Canaveral and try to launch into space. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
No,
You probably wouldn't. It probably
there's
wouldn't
no way. Like unless they all got raptured right as they were like about to hit the button.
work. It's
the
literally
go
just
button.
fuming, and you're like, well, I guess I can get up there. But then how are you gonna get back?
Nah, who cares?
You
At
don't
that
care.
point,
That's not a bad way to go. Going into
Then-
space.
That's a
Greg would
terrible
go-
way to go.
then
That's like
Greg-
the most terrifying way to go ever.
then Greg would go to Mars.
You get to
Suffocating in
see space.
space.
But yeah, you just
Space.
open the door and you're done. It's over. You die instantly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over.
Essentially, yeah.
That sucks. I would rather just live as long as I possibly can. Go a little stir crazy
Lot stir crazy.
and probably just die of some sort of flu.
Have some sort of volleyball friend.
Yeah, I would have Portillo. I mean, you could have dog.
Yeah.
You can have
like I Am Legend.
companionship.
Yeah.
You could have a monkey if you
have
wanted
a
to,
goat?
Greg.
I want a monkey.
You want a monkey?
I want a monkey.
You could train a monkey. You can steal a
good.
monkey from the zoo. A brand new monkey just born. You can train it to be your only friend. Call it Clive.
Clive
the
the
monkey. Easy peasy.
See, I'd want to go to like Pier 39. I don't know the equivalent in other places, but they have the trampoline.
Yeah.
With the harness you
Yeah.
go in, and then they charge you like $15 for like 5 minutes. Yeah, you just get to do that forever.
Yeah.
That'd be really
You,
cool.
and then you wouldn't have a technician there to do it. You'd immediately break something. Your rib punctures your lung.
yeah, but if you go out on that, you're good.
Slow and painfully.
I mean, the great part is you're like, wow, I had so much life to live, but realistically, you're like, it was gonna suck anyway. So
Yeah.
who cares?
Like, I would not want to
I'd
live.
probably
If
get
I was the only
super
person
fat.
on the planet, I would not want to live for longer than like 2 weeks. I give myself 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Interesting.
I would get. I think the first week I would spend would just be like letting myself go, because at that point, who gives a shit what you look like, how fat you are, what you're eating? It doesn't matter.
But I mean, you've got to move fast. I've thought about it. You know what I mean? Like,
From what the bear? Why do you swear there's bears coming out every single
I'm
around every
actually
corner?
going with you here on the Team Fat method
Okay.
of like, it'd be cool to be able to eat pizza or whatever.
Oh,
but
I
like,
thought you meant you literally have to move fast.
no,
like an
I'm
exercise. I was
saying
wow,
that like
you do that.
all that stuff's gonna go
Gonna go
bad
bad.
soon. You're never gonna have another piece of pizza. That,
Taco
you know
Bell,
what I mean?
right? I would go there every night until it started to smell a little funky. Like it's still the ingredients started to get bad. But like Taco Bell, everything's frozen, right?
Yeah.
And if there's still electricity, realistically, I could just go from taco to Taco Bell for like a good year. Just like, I mean, how hard is it to thaw out the meat? There's got to be some sort of like manual
There's
somewhere. at
definitely
Taco
things
Bell.
printed on the wall.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's not that hard. I would do that. I would do that up. Everything's frozen anyway. Then Carl's Jr.
I'd get supplies.
Yeah.
Canned goods, guns. Then I'd start barricading walls and stuff.
No, you would
Start
be
taking
that.
stuff
You would
over.
be that. Like you would barricade yourself in.
No, I would just your entire life would be, did something just move? Did I leave that door open? Blah, blah. I'd be like doing like spray painting. I'd be taking doors off hinges on other people's house. I'd be making like compounds.
Yeah.
I'd be walking with a fucking shotgun and a flashlight on it the entire time.
That's
Because
crazy.
nothing's going to jump around. I'm not like, because I mean, there's no guarantee that you're the only person there. Like
Yeah.
we know right now because we're playing God in this scenario, but like in that scenario, no idea if someone's about to come around, if aliens are about to come over, blah, blah, blah.
So
Zombies.
that's when the aliens come.
Maybe.
I mean, like,
Maybe
what-
that would cause everyone to leave.
I mean,
right?
I will be very red in the face if it turns out the rapture happens and I'm the only person not taken. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
I'm imagining somebody is up to something here,
Yeah.
and it ain't Jesus.
See, I think I would do the same thing. I might want to fortify, but I think I'd also be a little bit more. Like I would be paranoid for the first week or two, or maybe even the first month, or maybe even the first year. But then after that, I would put like, I would go on, what is that, Telegraph Hill? What's the one with the big like arc reactor
Tower?
thing? Quake Tower. No, it's not Quake Tower. That's
The Suture
the
Tower?
big sky hook thing
The
that's
thing
going
that
into
looks
the
like
sky.
a boat on top of it?
It's like the.
Suture Tower.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
No, it's like a big telecommunications thing up there.
Yeah, Suture Tower.
Cool. I'd go there and then like I'd hang a giant sign that said like people here, just to see if anyone in like the 40-mile
And then you
radius
watch it
could
with
see
your
it.
sniper rifle.
Hell yeah, I would. And if they came near and they looked even remotely fishy, or not, maybe if they looked cool, just blow them away anyway. Why not? It's like that guy looks nice. Look at him, he's bouncing up and down on a trampoline with all his Nickelodeon games. Take his
With
head
all
off.
his Nickelodeon games. That's what he went from Toys R Us to the trampoline place, and he's
Yeah.
holding all his games while he
Yeah.
bounces, and you just blow him away.
Just take his leg right off and watch him
Dang,
bleed out.
God damn!
Did you shoot me in the leg?
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't kill you. I wouldn't put you in the head. This is the only entertainment I've had for an entire year. You show up, I got to put one in your leg, and then I'm using a high caliber rifle here. Let's be like maybe 2-3 people in the world can make this shot, but I'm one of them. And I take your leg clean off, and you hobble
Is
around.
that
for a
because you've been
second.
practicing?
Yeah,
Okay.
That's
Yours
because
might
he's one of the
naturally
only
get-
people in the world.
yeah. What else am I gonna do? And I watched the movie Sniper a lot with Tom Berenger.
Yeah.
Lethal Weapon. He was a sniper in that as well.
Play a little
Great
silent
films.
scope in your day.
100%. And then I just watched you bleed out for my entertainment. Portillo would probably be alive, so I'd come.
I was gonna say, would you send him out there
Portillo.
to get him?
Like if I knew that he was still alive in the city, I would get in my car and come over here and get him.
Portillo would be the first one to go.
It's a rapture. They're not gonna take the dog. We don't have
Oh,
enough
I am
space in
gonna- I'm
heaven.
gonna-
No, he's saying he'd kill him.
Oh, you'd kill him?
Yeah.
Would you really?
Oh, Vendetta.
No,
You just
Colin
strangle him
would
to
kill
death? How would you kill him?
Colin would take him. I bet.
I would.
Colin
I would
take
probably
him.
let him. I don't know if I'd take him. I'd let him out of
Just
the
let
house.
him wild.
Yeah.
He would go 5 feet, run down the street, and then 20 seconds later come back and give you that vacant stare like he's hungry. That's about it.
Just wanna
Yeah, he'd
run in the
follow you.
opposite
He'd follow you the whole way.
Cool.
Cool.
Well, thanks, Nicholas Burton.
Well, maybe we
Berton.
think that's your name. We're not 100%
Nikolai
sure what your
Berton.
name is.
You're
We're-
the man. Thank you so much for watching the show. And remember, if you have questions for me, tweet them at me, Nick_Scarpino.